Okay, so now we're on property 7, the power rule, or the power property. So remember when you have exponents and you have like b to the m, but then you're going to raise that whole thing to the nth power, you multiply those. So it's b to the mn. Okay, so keeping that in mind, our logarithm property, the power rule, is similar. So it says if you have log base b, and then in the argument you have m to some power, some exponent. That's supposed to be a p. Okay, but it's an exponent. Then what we do is we take that and we bring it down in front, I always say. So you take your exponent and you put it in front so that it's p times log base b of m. And that's the power property. So it gets those exponents out of the way for us. And if you think about multiplying, see, that's a lot easier. This part could have, if you had numbers, this part would have some value. You could look it up on a logarithm table, but we have calculators that do that for us. But in the olden days, that's what we did. And then you could multiply it times some number, which was a lot easier than trying to take some base and raise it to some exponent, especially if that exponent was a large number, okay? So logarithms were, in part, invented, I guess, so that we could do calculations easier. Back before we had calculators. Okay. So we still use the properties though to do things. So this is the power rule, and it's a part of expanding the process for expanding each logarithm expression. So here you see you have a logarithm. The exponent then is 4, and that's the part that's going to come down in front. So we're going to write it as 4 log base 5 of 7. Okay, that's what it is. That's the answer. You're just moving that exponent down in front. So I said, oh, that's pretty easy. Well, okay, so let's go to the next one. Well, I don't have an exponent, do I? But I know that I can write the square root of x as x to the 1/2. Remember rational exponents? So hopefully you remember that. But when you have a square root, the nth root of something, that is equal to x to the 1/n. That's back when we talked about rational exponents. Okay, anyway, now we have an exponent. Bring that down in front. 1/2 natural log of x. Now it is a natural log, but that doesn't really get us anywhere today. There's no e's in there to simplify, so we're done on that problem. Okay, and then we have 5 as the exponent, and we're bringing that in front. 5 log of 4x. Now, a good thing to bring up here is that I do have to put the parentheses there. Now, the 5 is coming down in front. That part you probably saw. It is a common log. Now, do they want me to expand this more? They didn't say to expand the whole thing. But see, this part could be expanded. You'd have 5 times log 4 plus log x using our product rule, okay? Then you could distribute the 5 if you wanted to. I don't think they want that. I think they just want this here. We're just practicing the power rule, but this is where we're headed. We're headed to things like that. Okay, power rule. 7 of our properties we've got. We just have one more. We're going to save the best for last. It's going to come later on.